Alrighty then, the Metallist here. Time for another episode. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about Iron Maiden, and I'm going to brag a little bit. I'm going to show some of my Maiden swag in the form of vintage t-shirts. Probably going to sell these either on eBay, or I have a guy that might be interested in the whole lot if we can arrive on what is known as the right price. But anyway, let's go ahead and check out some of the stuff I've got here. All right, so we'll start off here. There we go. So this one is from the Seventh Son of a Seventh Son tour, 1988. And most of these came from the Richfield Coliseum. As you see, the back of that one's a little worn. I did wear this one quite a bit. But that's one of the guys. Also from the same tour, I believe, we have, I call this one Eddie Eastwood. This one is a jersey, got the two-tone look in the sleeves. Actually, this might be from somewhere in time. See down at the bottom it says, "Make My Day." So again, this is their version of Clint Eastwood, except with our good mascot Eddie. In the back we've got Stranger in a Strange Land. So probably this is one of the singles. I've got so many Iron Maiden singles that I'm not even sure if that was the cover to one of them. But then Stranger in the Strange Land, so that again is, I think that one's from '86 actually, so that probably was somewhere in time. Going back a little further, there's another nice looking jersey here. This one is Peace of Mind Tour, 1983. The jersey's held up pretty well. This is Peace of Mind. And we got a fabulous looking dinner brain on the back. You guys can see that a little bit. World Peace Tour 1983. And like I said, the jersey's held up pretty well, as you can see. Color on this one's really nice. I will say, though, my mom did a fantastic job keeping these shirts preserved. She used to wash them inside out and in cold water, and she would not dry them. So that's why they stayed pretty nice. So here's another Seventh Son shirt. I think we saw them several times on that tour, which is interesting because it's really not one of my favorite records, and that's something we can discuss at a later date. So again, this is another one. Back up here. Yeah, there you go. So this is another one from the Seventh Son tour in '88. Here's the back for you. Okay. So that's some good stuff there. All right, so let's step back in time a little further once again. This one, probably not in as good a shape because I do remember wearing this one a lot. So this is also from the World Peace Tour, 1983. The one time we saw them, the opening bands were Fastway and Coney Hatch. Later on, I did get to be a pretty good acquaintance of Carl Dixon from Coney Hatch, and seen him play solo shows several times. But yeah, like I said, this one's got a little bit of wear and tear on it, but still pretty nice shirt. And it's kind of unique because it's got the sleeveless look on it here. And the dates are a little hard to read anymore. But other than that, still a pretty nice shirt for being, 38 years old. All right, back a little further even. Beast on the Road. We were very, very fortunate in the Northeast Ohio area because in 5 months' time in 1982, I got to see the mighty Iron Maiden 3 times. As an opening band every time. One time was, I think it was May of '82, they opened for Rainbow. A couple months later, they came back with Scorpions, I think it was in July. And then in September, they came back with the Mighty Priest. All right. So here we got one. This is a Live After Death shirt. So that album came out in, I think, '85. So most likely this one is probably purchased on the Somewhere in Time tour in '86. I did get to see that one twice, I believe. Once early on in the tour in Pittsburgh in like January. That was a little scary. My buddy Chuck and I went to that show. Shout out to Chuck. He drove up from Cincinnati, and then we drove to Pittsburgh in January. Yeah, we're nuts. I admit it. But we lucked out. Weather wasn't bad. All right, back a little further once again. Another shirt from the Beast tour. Number of the Beast album cover there. Again, the jerseys tend to hold up pretty well. And on the back we have actually the original album cover from the debut album. Is that Eddie there, but we've got from 82 to 83. Got the USA at the top. Down below they listed the countries. You know, most bands when they tour, they list the cities they go to. Not Maiden, they list the countries. They tour that long. All right. So here's another one a little bit forward in time, but as you can see, all from the 80s. Again, I think this is, I'm going to say 86, 87, somewhere in there. So this is the Phantom of the Opera. Now, they did a single for Phantom of the Opera, the live version from Live After Death. So I'm thinking this is probably from 86. And then we've got a little scenery in the background and then Phantom of the Opera there at the bottom. All right. Okay, moving back again a little bit. This one, another sleeveless and a white one. Didn't normally get white ones. They were usually black, except for the jerseys had white with black sleeves typically. Okay, so Onslaught 1983. So again, this is a Peace of Mind shirt. And of course, it has the quite famous song, The Trooper, there. Okay. And then I got here. All right, so this is from Powerslave. So 84, 85. I think it was 85 by the time they got to the States. Then we got Eddie on the front. This one actually does have the cities on the back. As opposed to the country. So this is an American tour t-shirt. Pretty cool. And then what we got here? All right, so this is Somewhere on Time. It says Somewhere on Tour. There we go. Looking pretty good, right? And then Somewhere on Tour 87 here on the back. And then over here, once again, we have the countries as opposed to the cities. And not sure what this is, but if I know me, that's a blood stain. Hopefully not mine that night, but who knows. All right, and then the one that started it all. I don't know if anybody's going to get this one or not. This one is from the Killers tour. 1981. See there, Killer World Tour 1981. This was at the Cleveland Agora, and I have the ticket stub somewhere. I'll have to show that some other time. So this particular one, I paid $4.50 for the ticket and $9 for the t-shirt, but I'm glad I did. I don't know if you can see it or not. So I went to see Paul Di'Anno's Battle Zone. This was with Paul Di'Anno, yes. I saw Mighty Maiden before Bruce Dickinson. And personally, I'm quite the Di'Anno fan myself. Most people think that Bruce is superior. I do not, but we can discuss that in the comments. But anyway, so here somewhere I had to sew this one up. Yeah, over in here you probably can't see it, but I had to sew this guy up right there. Because I went to see Paul Di'Anno's Battle Zone after he had left Maiden. And some idiot running the door like grabbed my shirt and ripped it. I could have killed him. In fact, I think I tried to. But like I said, this is my pride and joy. Now I have another one here, and I think I don't know what I did with it because we had it. We did some pictures of it, and we're probably going to put it up for sale. Anyway, it's one of the Aces High single. So it's like Eddie in the cockpit of a plane. And on the back, there's a bunch of them. The interesting thing about this one is it's kind of a yellowish tan color, and then it's got camo sleeves. And we had that one hanging up and taking pictures of it, and it was not in the stack, so I don't have it for you today. But I'll probably bring it out in a future episode. All right, guys, so I thought we'd share a little bit of that. Like I said, maybe look for that on eBay. If I do that, I will announce it. And we will see you all next time. So again, appreciate you stopping by. And We'll do it again soon.